Replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
We up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never been
ever
up
said.
3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1. Kobe's never been up 3-1.
Kobe's never been up 3-1.
You only respect the driver of the car. No one respects the passenger of rings, right? There's no one says it, but the one who's leading the one who's leading the team, that's the gold member right there. That ring counts.
In that finals, that last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The Kobe Bryant disrespect has gotten out of control. I don't think there's a legend in NBA history who gets disrespected more than Kobe, and if Kobe were still alive, this wouldn't be happening. First, we start with T-Mac, great player, but he said he never even had a chance to win a ring in his career.
Like, I've never had the opportunity.
That's not true. And he said if he played with Shaq on the Lakers instead of Kobe, he wins a ring. Now that might be true, but they definitely don't three-peat. That's basically saying if Trae Young was on the Warriors, he'd have 4 rings just like Steph. T-Mac was an awesome player, but he was very inefficient. He regularly shot 40% or less in the playoffs and in the 20s from three-point range. He was also nowhere near the defender Kobe was. There's a reason he never made it out of the first round in his prime. We can't say that T-Mac and Shaq get it done the same way Kobe and Shaq did. But for the sake of argument, let's give T-Mac the first 3, since it's so easy to win with Shaq. He still doesn't win 2 more with Pau. When Kobe was averaging 30 points in the playoffs and capturing 2 more championships in his 30s while repeatedly going to the finals, T-Mac was dealing with injuries and putting up 8 points a night. It was never close between him and McGrady, even without the championships. But Kobe always would have won more because he was that much better. And that's why rings matter. They separate the great ones like Kobe from the lesser greats like T-Mac. All these ringless players like Tracy McGrady and Gilbert Arenas will try telling you championships don't matter so they can feel better about losing. They'll give you hypotheticals to try and convince you that they were just as good as Kobe, MJ, Magic, Bird.
What was the ingredients of a Jordan? What was the ingredients of a Kobe? What was the ingredients of a Magic or a Bird?
What was the ingredient of a T-Mac?
Stop it. Get some help.
When in reality, it's not even close. Now we get to D. Wade, who said Pau Gasol should have won Finals MVP in 2010 against the Boston Celtics.
In that finals, that last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP.
Yes, it's true, Kobe didn't shoot that well in Game 7. But for the series, he averaged 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists with 2 steals, and in Game 5 of that series, he scored 23 straight points for the Lakers with D. Wade in attendance.
Bryant from way downtown. Bang! Kobe Bryant again!
And Dwayne Wade is saying that's a bad man, mama.
Kobe was playing awful. Kobe was playing awful.
That's a bad man, mama.
Awful.
How do you witness that in person and say Pau Gasol was the Finals MVP? Pau Gasol put up 18 a night, but what the numbers don't tell you is that Game 7 was a bloodbath. No one shot well in that game. Paul Pierce shot 5 of 15, Ray Allen was 3 of 13, and Mr. Finals MVP himself, Pau Gasol, went 6 for 16. It was a game centered around defense and will, not scoring. But Kobe still led all scorers and grabbed 15 rebounds to seal that series. Kobe was far superior than any other player in that series, and the same goes for the series against Orlando. The Lakers were that great because Kobe was that great, but D. Wade already knows that since he formed Miami's Big Three to stop Kobe.
I'm not lying to you, I cut the TV off when I watched that shit, and I watched Kobe run and grab the ball and celebrate. I was like, LeBron.
All right, LeBron.
Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now he got 5 and we got 1? Like, no.
There was no super team. It was Kobe, decent star, and role players. He figured out how to play winning basketball while being the lead superstar for a team, and few were better at it once he did. But since we're playing hypotheticals, if it weren't for injuries and his role players declining, Kobe could have more championships and more finals MVPs. The games were close between the Mavericks and the Lakers in 2011 and the Thunder in 2012. But we live in reality, and reality says Kobe Bryant was the finals MVP in 2010 because he deserved it.
Kobe Bryant has said it. I understand the rules. Like, Charles are great, Karl Malone's great, Patrick Ewing's great. They're not at the table with Magic, Bird, LeBron, Kobe. It's levels to this shit.